8 a.m. Wake up. Brush my teeth. Go back to sleep. I'm a bum nigga. Jujutsu, save me. Juju. Juju.
Warrior fans, it's go time. Let's get hyped and make some noise. He's back. Are you listening, Sukuna? It started. It started once again. The world of Heian. The golden age of Jujutsu.
Yo, it's been a while, huh? Maybe not for some of you, but most of y'all, I imagine. It has been over a year, 466 days, since I last made a JJK video. And when I saw that teaser drop in August, you don't even know how fast I put in my 2-week notice at the Mickey D's. I want to hear no more McDonald's. I want to hear no more, put the fries in the bag, Unc. I want to hear no nothing. We here. After the end of the Shibuya arc, the entire Jujutsu world is in pandemonium. Tokyo is a cursed mess. The strongest sorcerer of today has been sealed, and now a culling game is taking place in Japan. In the midst of this, many people in high places decide to take their chance at power. The Jujutsu higher-ups frame Gojo as an accomplice in the Shibuya incident, meaning that anyone who tries to free him will be a criminal. Yaga also gets hit with the Rico charge, being sentenced to death for inciting Gojo and Geto to cause the Shibuya incident. And Yuji gets put back on death row. First off, Yaga got done absolutely crazy, bro. Sentenced to death for what? Breathing? All he did was teach Gojo and Geto. He had nothing to do with Shibuya. They just want this man gone, bro. He got the meanest straight. As for Yuji, his executioner is none other than Yuta Kotu, special grade sorcerer who has recently come back from Africa. It still kills me that while everyone was in Shibuya getting busy, people dying left and right, and lives being changed by the second, this oaf was over here eating that ugali, mboga, and yamachoma combo while getting jiggy to some Afro beats. Yuta, please come back home. We need you. Yuta. JJK Season 3 starts off meeting quite possibly the biggest bum in Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, I said it. Biggest bum. Even worse than Megumi. Special Grade 1 Sorcerer Naoya Zenin. For those wondering, Special Grade 1 isn't Special Grade. It's just for sorcerers that are not affiliated with Jujutsu High. They're still Grade 1. But that's besides the point. Not even 15 seconds into the episode, and he might be the biggest dickhead I've seen in this anime. Off rip, you want to start talking about how he doesn't even care that Maki is in critical condition because, quote unquote, she doesn't know how to support a man, and that any woman who can't walk 3 steps behind a man should die. If a woman is not in the kitchen, he ain't gonna listen. Then you want to start saying that Mai is one of the good ones because she got a nice body and knows how to be a woman. Speaking like this about a 16-year-old, bro, what? Mind you, JJK is set in 2018, trying to bring that Sengoku Jai era misogyny to the 21st century. He really thinks he's him, bro. Pulled up to the function late just because he could. Got Maki's mom on the floor, opening the door for him. Seriously, how inept do you have to be to need another person to bow down and open the door for you? Is he gonna ask her to hold his hand next? Got no respect for his elders either. Walked in talking crazy, said his older brothers were bums, and started frying the unction. Said that Ogi was out of the question due to his worthless daughters, and said Jinichi was too chopped to be the next head. Old man Ogi really upped the sword on him too. Naoya wasn't even phased though. Jinichi killing me though. But he got so mad, he punched the wall. We give that grace to young sorcerers, brother. That's the type of stuff teenagers do after losing a match in ABA. Calm down. To give you some context, Ogi Zenin is Maki and Mai's father, and Nabito's brother, while Jinichi is Toji's brother. Recently, Nabito Zenin passed away due to his injuries against Dagon and Jogo. Rest in piss, you will not be missed. Did absolutely nothing for the Zenin clan and birthed this disgrace of a nigga onto my screen. Somehow, he's a worse father than Toji, and Toji was a deadbeat. Anyway, this little old guy over here has the will, and he will now read it out loud. Also, I gotta mention how they really didn't need to go so hard for this scene. Naoya and Jinichi aura farming for no reason. That old ass lamp lobbing them aura like crazy. Basically, the will said that Naoya will be the 27th head of the Zenin clan. He'll get everything and anything as long as the 2 old Kuts over here agree to it, which would be alright. But in the fine print, Nabito added that if Gojo died or was incapacitated for any reason, his agreement with Toji Fushiguro will go through, and Megumi will be the head of the Zenin clan. Wow. Look at Naoya, bro. He was enraged. Nepo Baby been handed everything he's ever wanted, and the one thing that he was sure to get has now been snatched by Megumi. Megumi, bro. I'd be mad too if it wasn't Naoya. Real talk though, we gotta give props to Toji for this. He may have never known that Gojo would ever get sealed, but in the end, he still set up his son to become the leader of the clan that cast him out. Say what you want about him, but he's always a hustler. After this, Naoya decides to go after Megumi and Yuji. using the fact that Yuji is now set for execution as an excuse to take him off the map. But let's pause here for a moment, cause this dude, in all seriousness, is talking about some, I am the head of the Zenin clan, staring off into the distance all serious like, while getting his shoes tied. Let me repeat, the Zenin clan's supposed new leader needs his shoes tied by another woman. Now, I want y'all to take a moment and guess how old Naoya is. 18? 21? Wrong. This dude is 27 years old. 27, pushing 30. 30, yes.
It's an adult man.
He's a year or two younger than Gojo and basically the same age as Nanami. What a joke. When you reach those late 20s to early 30s, you should be doing something. Starting a family, making your way through a good job, or like doing something productive. But this nigga is a grown ass 30-year-old man who can't cook, can't clean, can't open doors, can't tie his own damn shoes, and beats women like Ray Lewis, which we haven't seen yet, but trust me, you will. What a bum. And the crazy thing is, this dude's fan base is made up entirely of women. You'll see like a few guys here and there, but girls on TikTok worship this man like he's the second coming of Chris Breezy, which, yeah, he is. But that's besides the point. I genuinely had to pause and like, try to put myself in their shoes. Would I like it if like JJK had a fine ass woman who went around beating men, treating them like shit? Yeah, but hear me out real quick. It's different though, low key. If it was like a girl doing all this, it'd be empowering, you know, like breaking the status quo, you go girl type shit. But when it's a guy, it's just lame, bruh. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Put on a shirt, nigga. Anyway, Mid has been on our screen long enough. Let's get to the good stuff. In the next scene, we finally see our boy, Yuji Itadori. My goat, bro. And man, I know this scene was supposed to be sad, but it just goes so hard. I had to make this my screensaver. Using the red to amplify the internal turmoil that Yuji's going through is a nice touch. Y'all about to hear me glaze like never before this season, bro. Every scene has me geeked. I'm actually really happy that the anime, manga, and the key visual went crazy for this moment in particular. I'm especially surprised at the KV quality because for some reason, that seems to be Mappa's weak point. I mean, look at this. Some poor employee's first day on Photoshop. Yuji chats with Choso on the current state of things. Physically, he's doing good besides that one black flash that Mayuto hit him with, but mentally, it's another story. He doesn't say it, but the weight of his indirect murders in Shibuya, along with Sukuna's plan with Megumi, are heavy. Sukuna's powers are growing, and he doesn't know what he'll do next if he gets free. But luckily, big bro Choso is there for him, telling Yuji that what happened to his brothers was an accident, and they must focus on what's in front of them. And wow, I don't know what I was expecting like for season 3, but the level of quality in these scenes are insane. Like, why is Yuji getting chased down by some random grade 2 curse going so hard right now? Yuji runs up, hops off the bridge, then absolutely decimates this bat / flying squirrel curse. Never in my life have I seen a kick turn another being into confetti. Got me feeling bad for a curse. Yuji then gets swallowed up by a worm curse. Reminds me of that one Mayuto had in Shibuya, and I guess it reminded Yuji too, cause he did him dirty as the last. Smacked it so hard, it turned into roadkill. Got blood on my screen like it's a kill cam. More curses make their way towards Yuji. And I know this is like a broken record statement, but Yuji is fast as hell, bro. Breaking the speed limit on the highway with his own 2 feet. He ends up going through the tunnel with the beautiful green lights. And as he nears the exit, he yells out for Choso. And when Choso hits that first shot, he hits hard. Took out all them curses. His other one thought he was sneaky, coming in from behind, but Yuji shut that down. Immaculate aura lob from Choso right here. I was hitting one of these when I first saw it. Love when characters are so confident in their teammates that they don't even need to move to defend themselves. Call them a demon god too. Especially amazing when you realize this is the first time we've seen these two interact with each other. I mean, fight with each other. Of course, Yuji still doesn't rock with the little brother moniker, but over time, he'll get used to it. And of course, Yuji looks tough too, holding that follow through. But things are about to heat up big time as Naoya Zenin enters the scene. Speedsters just can't resist that flash step pull up, bro. Would have been clean if it wasn't Mr. Misogyny. Naoya states that he's looking for Megumi, and while he doesn't really care about these two, he might as well break their legs so they don't start scurrying off. Look at this fool, bro, posing like he's a baddie. Always hitting on women, but he's the guy walking around in a skirt and bootleg Birkins, bro. But I can't lie, this first move right here was clean. Flash step down to Yuji, hit him with an egregious backhand, spun bro like he was in the dryer, weaved this kick crazy style, got my boy kicking up dust, then flipped him over on his ass. Choso ran in, not about to let that slide, but Naoya evaded that light work. This Fred killing me, bruh. Choso looking goofy as hell. Naoya, I'm watching your stream, bruh. Why you trying not to laugh? That's disrespectful as shit. Choso turns around for round 2, but I can't lie. That was a terrible decision. Got hit with the sauciest combo of 2026 so far, but he was whooping ass with a smile on his face, stomped on those Balenciaga boots, then started piecing them up while styling his hair. I know for a fact that he never hit this in the manga, bro. Anime got him moving different. Broski was genuinely out here fixing his fade, mid-fade. He goes back to dodge another Choso punch, then kicks him away. This dude abuses that Manji kick counter more than Yuji man's doing JJS, which genuinely kills me. Yuji throws a rock at Naoya to get him off, and if it was anyone but Yuji doing that, I would've laughed. But since this is the dude who was throwing shot puts like Post-shibuya, I know that would've hurt. Yuji and Choso know this guy is fast, but definitely not in a normal way. It's gotta have something to do with his technique. But just as they were about to squabble up once again, an insane aura creeps through the battlefield. As Yuji turns, he wonders if it's Gojo's aura, but he realizes it's something creepier. And who else pulls up besides Yuta Okosu? Now, I will say, having your cursed energy bag so deep that it fills up 3 whole blocks is aura. But yo, Mappa did his ass dirty. This gotta be the zestiest pose I've ever seen. Actually, that's a lie. I watched JoJo's, but for JJK, come on, bro. It's not like you can't hit a pose like this. If you make it work, it can work. But Yuta does not have the sauce for this, bro. Like, no. Crazy thing is, the manga and the visuals never move like this. Spent too much time with Maki, now his spine rearranged, hopped down, took out part of the highway, and look at Naoya, saw that and knew he wasn't built for this. What a fraud. Hey big bro, chill, I'm out with them. I'm actually on your side. Ironically though, him saying that he was Naoya Zenin and telling Yuta that he was Maki's cousin was probably the last thing that he should have said. Yuta literally said with a smile on his face that he'd help Maki take down the Zenin clan. And we all know Naoya is #1 on that list, calling her Maki-chan as well. He's never said that shit in his life. Funny thing is, Naoya thinks that Yuta's mad because he mentioned Megumi. He don't give a damn about that bum, bruh. He hates you. While Naoya tries to convince Yuta that he's on his side, Choso tells Yuji to book it. He'll take the bondi, and Yuji can do his best against Yuta. Yeah, if I was Choso, I wouldn't want to fight this nigga either, bro. Look at him. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Nothing but evil intentions in that cranium. Real talk though. Choso is a W brother. Just got his ass kicked by this guy, but he's still ready to save his brother with a smile on his face. Then they start going at it. I'm gonna focus on Yuta versus Yuji first. I don't really like this running scene right here. Unironically, it reminds me of one of those Alan Bow animations, but let's get past that. We then cut to Yuji and Yuta, who have crashed into a building. Yuji pinned down, and Yuta staring at him with those crazy eyes. Gojo should have let this dude die, bruh. He needs to be stopped. Yuji hops away, barely evading the slash. Then he weaves through the seats with efficiency, hops on Yuta's sword, and jumps away. Then we see Yuta do something that I've never seen before, which is using his cursed energy to boost himself upwards. I'm low-key surprised that this is new, because we have and will see Sukuna airwalk without cursed energy. But this is something different. I really hope that other characters use this too, because it's very cool. Yuji ends up falling out the building and rolling into the street. And this scene right here kinda had me disappointed, because originally, Yuji throws a car at Yuta, thinking nothing of it. But Yuta throws it back, pause, and says that it may not look like it, but he has a lot of strength due to his cursed energy. Here, he kinda just boots Yuji off screen and says it anyways. Not trying to sound like a pretentious dork, but I'm genuinely sad that they left out the car scene, bro. It was so cool. Yuta then goes on to say that his cursed energy is actually greater than Gojo's. But Gojo has the 6 eyes, so he's more efficient with it, basically losing next to none. Even with the man sealed and gone, Mappa always gonna make their poster boy look great. But anyway, Yuta's done talking. As they go at it again, Yuji remembers Toho telling him on how imbuement works. An inexperienced sorcerer may put too much on their attack initially, leading you to be able to read their move. But an experienced sorcerer won't do that. The difference with Yuta is though, that he has so much damn cursed energy, it's impossible to read his next move. Every attack is basically a heavy blow, along with the fact that his defense is thicker than a BBL. Yo, I gotta find better metaphors for this. Yuji spent so much time with Toho that he unlocked his schizophrenia. Got Toho posted up like a Tibetan monk, meditating under ancient waters. I miss him, bro. I know he would have helped out Yuji right here. But it can't end here. Yuji has too much obligations to fulfill. He then hits the dash, evades the slash, then runs through this jeep, grabbing a knife in the process. And oh, now they want to show Yuta throwing a car. Alright bro, okay. We then get another flashback to Gojo. Mappa just couldn't resist giving us the crumbs, basically saying how it's too early for Yuji to be focusing on imbuing cursed energy with weapons. But in a situation like this, he has no choice. He clashes with Yuta, but as he notes, he's putting too much emphasis on the sword. Hits him with a knee to the gut, then a slash, but Yuji steps on his katana, breaks it, and now he has to step back. And with no weapons in the way, Yuji knows it's his time to shine. Mr. Left Right Goodnight has been itching for a fair fade. Let's get. Oh my god, bruh. Yuta lost his sword and immediately had Rika come out the shadows. I can't stand this man. Too scared to take bro on in a hand-to-hand. He can't do anything without Rika. Bitch, I'd rather die! Speaking of Rika, hey Yuta, show of hands, how old is your girlfriend? You killed the man, but not the idea. Yo, let me show real quick. But yeah, Yuji ends up getting stabbed through the heart, effectively dying for the 2nd time in his life, as we see Sukuna in his domain. I'm gonna give y'all a moment to enjoy this scene right here, because this is the most we're seeing of Sukuna for a long time. Back to Choso and Naoya. Surprisingly, this fight was generally the best out of the two. Choso showed out like crazy. Naoya, true to his nature, started off talking shit, basically saying that piercing blood is a one-trick pony, and he knows what's coming next. He's gonna die. And this probably would have made sense if he was like talking to Notoroshi or any of the Kemo clan bums, but Choso? Nah, bruh, he's one of them. But when we cut over to their fight, we see Choso getting that work. Pulled up, pushed him to the wall, started wailing on that man. Wound up that left hook from Timbuktu, rocked him, weaved the right, then started going at it again. Y'all gotta peep these frames, man. Mind you, his job was to either kill Yuji or Megumi, and he's having the time of his life, violating some guy he met like 2 minutes ago. He was straight up molesting this man. Punches going so fast, I can't even commentate. Blew his back out through the wall, and then peeped the little head tilt smirk that he hit after doing all that. Bro was out here hibbity hopping, Goku style, getting ready to run it again. But peep game real quick. Choso may have gotten beaten over and over again, but he's still standing. In fact, he's looking pretty good right now. Naoya's combos may be red, but Choso's health is still green. And when Naoya came back, Choso was ready. Read the right, but Naoya too fast. He gets down low going for his own, but Choso blocks, comes in with that left, but Naoya gets down low again and stabs him? This dude is genuinely a bitch, bro. Pulling up to a street fight with a poison loaded knife is UK roadman level activities. Talking about some, don't tell anyone. Because he thinks that people who walk around with swords are lame. Mind you, this dude ain't say a damn word when Yuta walked in and had him shaking in his slippers. Fake demon. Naoya then starts talking about how he hates his older brothers. Not only because of the swords, but because he views them as weak. Older brothers who can't rival him should hang themselves and die. Nigga genuinely hates everything and everyone. When people be talking about the male loneliness epidemic, this is who they're referring to. Hates his mom, hates his cousins, didn't give a damn about his dad's death, hates his brothers, hates his uncles, hates everything. Not one ray of sunshine in this guy's life. Dude's frontal lobe was supposed to be developed years ago, and he still got the mindset of a teenager. And Choso was spitting here too. Basically saying that whether an older brother walks in the right or wrong path, his younger brother can either follow in his footsteps or avoid his mistakes. What if Naoya's strength comes from his older brothers being weak? Choso never had a role model. He made the same mistakes over and over again, but as the oldest of 10 brothers, he must keep on walking ahead. That's why he's strong, spitting real fire right here. But unfortunately, Naoya got the mental capacity of an average JJK fan, so it went through one ear and out the other. And with those words, Choso shows Naoya his true power. I'm a big fan of this scene right here. You know, the composition and the colors and you know how it all goes. I'm trying to sound smart, but I'm coming off like a 7-year-old, so I'm gonna stop. Just know that I think it looks super cool. Naoya does his best to evade the blood, but it's to no avail. As a death painting womb, Choso is able to manipulate his cursed energy and use it as blood, meaning that as long as he has cursed energy, he won't die. Had Naoya looking goofy trying to escape. Eventually, the blood stops, and Naoya is left with his legs feeling heavy, and Choso hits him with the exact same line Naoya did to the former. You know what's next. You're done for. Naoya thinks he's him, saying some, try me, lame man nigga. But he should have known better. Choso comes in with his own original blood manipulation attack, Supernova. Had Naoya looking crazy. Got him on all fours, getting ready to pray to the Lord.
Come to the master, come here, bitch. Bend down, who's the pray to the Lord.
What's wrong, buddy? Threw a couple of pillow punches and he thought he was him. All those hits, but he can't get up after one attack? Fake demon alert. Now, this would have been an epic victory for Choso, but unfortunately, Yuta has pulled up once again. They call Yuta the Sneak Nation president for a reason. Snuck Yuji with Rika, did the same to Choso. The mere thought of fighting a 1v1 terrifies this man. Dragging Yuji through the blood, he one-taps Choso? Hold on, something ain't right. As you can see with the strategically placed Sora AI logo that the animators put, this is fake. Let's get down to the root of what really happened. Computer, analyze real quick. Zoom in. What's that? Yuta had Rika come in and hit Choso herself? Wow, bro, what a fraud. I can't believe he'd do that. Good thing I was here to figure it out. Everyone say, thank you, Rika, for bailing out Puta Kotsu once again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Seriously though, he never did all this in the manga. I mean, it was 3 hits instead of 1, but you know, power scales and shit. Probably twiddling their thumbs seeing this scene. And I love this moment right here, bro. Naoya bent down on the ground, literally getting looked down upon by Yuta, and even worse, needing his help to get healed because he was poisoned. Look at this man. This supposed to be the head of the Zenin clan? Ah, bruh, I even take Megumi at this point. We then cut over to something surprising. Yuji's memories. I don't know how it is for y'all, but for me, I personally can't remember anything before I turned 3 or 4. But Yuji's out here recalling whole conversations. His father, Genie Todori, was talking with Gramps about his wife, and how he should be worried about her because she's already dead. but we then see said wife come through the door, and even crazier, she has stitches in her head. Do y'all know what that means? That freaky deaky ass dude Kenjaku was out here taking back shots to create Yuji. All for the sake of my plan, my ass, bruh. This dude is a certified 304. Stayed in Kaori's body so long, the stitches were already starting to heal. And speaking of Kaori, I can't even blame Genie Todori for ignoring the fact that his wife came back from the dead. Y'all seeing this? I would have turned a blind eye too. After seeing that memory, Yuji wakes up from his slumber, seeing Yuta sitting next to a fire, staring at him menacingly. And it's mandatory that I show this panel right here, because this is one of my Yuta favorites. The amount of damn just conveyed in this panel alone is unreal. But Yuta is finally able to drop the act and is actually overjoyed that Yuji is alive. I don't blame Yuji for this like scared / confused reaction, because think about it. This guy, who he's only heard of to be strong, pulls up, basically wipes the floor with him, kills him, and then wants to start laughing right after he wakes up in a random place with only a fire. I'd be scared too. This entire time, Yuta was actually trying to save and protect Yuji. A couple of months ago in September, Gojo met up with Yuta in Africa, asking him to take care of the first and second years, just in case something happened to him. Yuta really said something? As in you getting a girlfriend? Damn, bro! Bagged Maki and now you don't know how to act. Funny thing is, he's being genuinely sincere here too, bro. Poor Gojo. But Yuta just can't imagine anything happening to Gojo, which makes sense. Gojo also specifically asked him to watch over Yuji, considering that he was also one set for execution. Unfortunately though, he really had to kill Yuji to get out of his binding vow with the higher ups. Funniest part about this interaction though, is Gojo's reaction to Miguel not being here as well. Gojo beat this dude like an 1860 slave, and he's wondering why he doesn't want to see him? Okay bro. Yuta did this because the people that he cares about care about Yuji. He also understands what it's like to have power forced upon himself that he can't handle. The difference is, Yuta brought that upon himself, while Yuji had no choice. But Yuji still feels like he can't keep going with all this. All the damage and the ruined lives that he indirectly caused still weighs heavy on him. But as he says this, we see Megumi come onto the scene. Well, seems like the fun is over, guys. This video is 20 minutes long, and I got like another 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna like leave it here and save it for next week. I do not want to see this nigga. Honestly though, I'm just happy to be here. It's been too long since I made a JJK vid. Can finally pay the bills again. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Goodbye.